Hayabusa. He surpasses the expectations, and let's see if his performance will be as bombastic or fantastic as that pick.
Man, we got a note here that the Julian, ever since the last time we saw the Julian show up in MPLID, there have been some buffs to it. It now clears a lot healthier, a lot faster, a lot better overall in the early game. A move by Moonton to try and make it a bit more viable in the jungle. Even so, we haven't really seen it being used, and now for Onic, it's there. What kind of Julian are we gonna see? Is it damage-based? Is it a utility kind of mindset for this Julian? Only time will tell as we enter the land of dawn.
Let's see who's gonna take the momentum first.
5 seconds
In this
till the
very
enemy
first
reaches
game of
the
a best of
battlefield.
5.
Smash them.
The decider to the one who's going to go to MSC 2024. It's Evos Glory versus Fnatic Onic.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Immediately we can see not a lot of fighting in the mid lane. Stark contrast to Bigatron versus GateFam. Everyone has their own agenda right here. But look at the clear speed. Kyrie already going a lot earlier. Actually clearing faster than Annabelle. And you see Evos rotating though. Keyboy relatively secure on the Grok, but he needs to be careful just from the sheer damage output. You have to remember, with a fighter like Alpha, he doesn't need to wait for too many items to really start getting online.
You know the changes now, right? You can actually clear so fast on the Julian. The changes to the passive now, that allows you to get the attack speed buff, that passive, much sooner in the game. You get so much power, and I guess that's a way to go up against Alpha. We were talking about how you need to match the Alpha in clear speed. Boxer can do it, but in team fights he can't. This guy does both. Julian, he clears maybe even faster, but in these team fights he can actually shred through these tanks.
And it's a jack of all trades, right? You have the anti-CC, you have the burst, you have even a way to get away easily. So it's a hero that really is something that Kyrie is known for.
Let's just hope he doesn't call Mahoraga, because then it'll be a
spoilers,
6v5.
spoilers.
People don't know what that means, Shevin, so...
I don't watch JJK, but I know what that is.
Well, we're still in the clear for now, but look at the emblems by Gainsing earlier. You see that Kyrie actually goes for the Swift there, and so did Dreams. So Dreams is trying to be an extra damage dealer, but look at this.
Wow.
Annabelle, for once, backing away from an engagement. Surprised by the Julian.
Great usage of the Scythe and the Chain.
That's not really an equal trade either. Annabelle has to use the Spear of Alpha to get away from a normal combo from a Julian. So he has to be careful in the near future for this kind of engages from Kyrie. Maybe just waiting for Dreams and Fluffy to open the bush. And once again, Onic, they're playing an assassin. Who they want to contest?
Power of Nature to go in front. There's a Spear of Alpha, but a wild charge as well. No one's a Retribution. It's Claw again. Who finds it? Flicker into Death welcome. Finding one. Spinning Sans back out, and that's first blood through the slashes of the Alpha.
Quite uncharacteristic right away from Onic. Usually in this kind of situation, they tend to just concede and try to make up for it in the bushes or maybe in the jungle opposition. But now they get punished. Sans, the core member.
Power of Nature though, used up. That's a diversion defensively. They cancel it out, but look at the Spear of Alpha. They rest up their safety. But Annabelle, he was stuck all alone.
Left behind, left for dead. Great moment for Onic there, and you can see the damage potential from the Julian though. With the empowered Scythe, it's a lot of damage if they're not careful. Dreams will spot him out right here as we take a look at the talent predictions by the Samsung Galaxy S24 series. Seems like for the most part, it's gonna be once more a disagreement between the English desk and the Indonesian desk. Except for Shevin though.
Yeah, maybe I should change the Indonesian desk right away right now.
Get out of here, Shevin.
I mean, I do think that Evos is a whole different breed in the playoffs, just like KB said. And it's very apparent. Like, so far in the playoffs, they're playing nothing like the way they play in the regular season.
Well, we'll have to see if that will be enough though to go up against Onic, because they have been cleaning up as well. And you saw that when their backs were against the wall, they immediately turned up the speed, turned up the heat. So it's almost like we haven't really seen Onic at their full power just yet. But we'll have to see, right? This is the kind of match that would force them to do so.
4 minutes so far, nothing much going on, 1-1. Not much gold lead either from Evos. Still could have gone either way, SCW.
Whoa. Blazing duet from Brands just to clear the wave and to zone CW back.
I like that aggressive and not really that worried about your resources because it's gonna be up right away in the next team fight, possibly. And now you can catch up to the wave in the middle.
Grant's gonna poke down. He has full stacks though, so he's able to just walk around. Meanwhile, Lutpi trying to find an angle now onto Fluffy. He goes. That's a knockup from Dreams with a retribution from Kai. Now TW with the Lycan form and Kyrie with the enhanced sight. Dreams gonna be next to the chopping block. The Sans goes in, and that's gonna be CW with his claws slashing down, and another enhanced chain. Or scythe rather, used up by Kyrie. That's 3.
Kyrie the Sorcerer right away. 2 kills or 3 kills from Kyrie on that exchange. Now Onic has the gold swing. They have the opportunity. Clock cut. The enhanced sight with Kai.
That's a lot of damage. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen, back home. In your ranked games, you're gonna see a lot of Julians after this. Kyrie making it work, rushing the Holy Crystal as well. He's here for damage. And just like that, 1 turret and almost an instant snowball from Onic.
He's breaking the rules, not just of the land of Dawn, of the character he's from as well. He doesn't even need Mahoraga.
Yep. And he's playing safely too. He's not bringing Mahoraga right away in the early game.
Okay, enough with the but yeah,
I actually don't know what
Arashi
I'm
doesn't
talking
understand.
about.
Okay, well, for Onic at least, they're doing a great job here of really not showing their cards, and they are playing for pick-off technically. It seems like a bit of a teamfight composition, but if you look at their heroes, a lot of them actually do a lot of single target damage. So if Evos misstep, it seems like Onic is saving spells for the critical moment, and they're just bursting down the main front line. But look at this, Kyrie.
Spots it out, puts in the chain, gets munched on. Death to this welcome, spinning him back out. But Kyrie's still gonna be alive and has sword! They all rush him! Dreams picks up the shutdown, Lutpi still in the midst of it all now, being able to put on some damage. Keyboy now, around the back, wild charge! Sans picks up a double, Dreams, no Primal Wrath to utilize. Caught, Sans steals away the Primal Wrath, knocks him up with the Earth Shatter, meanwhile Lutpi deals with Fluffy. It's a full Fnatic Onic win.
This is the Onic that we're used to seeing. No stop at all, just dominating in every clash possible. 2.3k gold lead in 7 minutes. They are rolling.
They took out Kyrie, Evos, but at what cost? They lost a lot there, and at perfect timing. Onic going for the turtle. Look at that clear speed. That's the Julian power. Now it's back to business as usual, hunting down for these turrets. Without the outer turrets on the side lanes, this mid area is the only safe refuge for Evos. Even in the jungle, you can see Keyboy is looking for information, and despite having the diversion, oh, they're going for it again right now.
Oh, Lutpi, does he read it out?
Uh-oh.
It's a stare down.
Uh-oh.
Tetsunus welcome by Fluffy, and it's not going to be used aggressively.
Wow. Great wisdom from Lutpi there to recognize that there's no one on the map. Where are Evos? With a Lo Yi, they are somewhere, possibly close to me. He is not taking any chances. Let's take a look at some of the items here. The in-game equipment by Tunia Games. Keyboy acting all tough, but he only has 3 components. He isn't really going for a full item just yet. He wants to have those quick stats, but look at this.
Death welcome defensively as the wild charge goes onto the back, onto Fluffy. Meanwhile, he just got absolutely deleted. Sans stole away the Primal Wrath. Lutpi on Annabelle. That's a good dispersion in the back, but Lutpi now is going on to Annabelle, forcing the vengeance out of Lutpi, and Annabelle will be able to deal with Lutpi with the Spear of Alpha displacement. Fnatic Onic take that 1 for 1, 2 with the turret in the mid lane, and they're happy with it.
They're not giving the Tigers any time of rest. They're still rolling through. Every time a clash is possible, they're gonna pull the trigger. That was an exchange, but an exchange that benefited Onic. And by the way, Arashi, I thought Holy Crystal is a late game item.
He just immediately rushed it. He knows that the scaling, the numbers on that Julian is so good. And look at that. I mean, earlier, we saw how Bigatron was able to use this Barats to be a main front line. And Coach Boots right here.
Coach Boots.
He is admiring his team's work. You saw that even Dreams, even Fluffy, the supposed front lines, get absolutely deleted. Now with the Blood Wings as well, he's going to be a lot more secure. And Onic just pushing the tempo. They have all the turrets, and they're not allowing Evos to make the plays off of the diversion from the Lo Yi.
Diversion. Keyboy spots it out, and no one takes it.
And notice how earlier in that fight, Keyboy just casually walks in with the power of nature, and the fact that they are so concerned about the wild charge just pushes everyone from Evos away. They have to try and find a solution for that as well, because Onic, they can do it again right here.
Slowly but surely. That's a conceal by Keyboy and our Shatter cancelled out. Fluffy! The Dino completely deleted. How do they look for an angle to fight? Annabelle is forced to use the Spear of Alpha defensively to the back, and it's free for Onic, for Fnatic Onic.
Just dominant. Every time there's food, they're gonna take it. Every time there's an opportunity, they're gonna capitalize on it. This is the Onic that we're used to seeing, and 2 items right away secured. The big ones at that. Lutpi with a Vengeance and Blade Armor. Now Brandt is gonna be in trouble whenever he's going for that blazing duet.
That is Sans with the Primal Red, just threatening for more DPS. Runs with the power spike, and the fight breaks out.
Death's welcome as the enhanced chain connects on the Dream. Still in the back, it's gonna be Keyboy who lands a wild charge onto 2, but it's all just for the turret in the mid lane. That's a tier 2 claimed by Fnatic Onic. Nothing to retaliate with, Evos.
Wow, the fact that Sans technically got caught there, and he just walks out of there, no sweat. Now Clockland has a Divine Glaive though, so the frontline members have to be a bit more careful. But overall, when you talk about burst damage, man, Kyrie matching the Divine Glaive as well. Even without it, he was able to just one-shot anyone in the front line. Now he'll be looking to try and do the same. Whoa!
Oh my goodness!
Almost Clockland just got deleted. But now onward, onto Keyboy, who's forced to flicker out, conceal play. Now trying to retaliate, only forcing Evos back.
Already, a lot of gold lead has been put up by Onic, 6.5. Not quite the Onic, the most dominant Onic we're used to seeing, 1k gold per minute, but they're up there. So right now they're focusing their attention to the bottom lane, and all tier 2 turret is gone. Onic rolling through the Tigers.
Even Sans picking up that Blood Wings as well. It's gonna be a lot more durable, which means he can just walk up with the Primal Wrath. He's still holding on to it. Even if Evos expend their resources to try and shut down Kyrie, CW has been untouched in this game, going with that Roger build, with the Windtalker, with the Endless Battle, and the Great Dragon Spear. He's gonna be very, very mobile as a cleanup crew.
Wow.
Sans can output that DPS.
This marks Julian's debut in MPL Indonesia Season 13 after last being used by Suelo in MPL Indonesia Season 11.
Wild charge, knocking Dreams up. Oh my goodness, the damage, and the Lycan pounds into the back line, but CW is still going to be able to survive. Annabelle Spears of Alpha to the back. Oh, Sans picks up the execute as Kyrie melts him. Death is welcome, bringing Kyrie back, and that will be a trade. Kyrie for 2.
A trade that they're happy to take any day of the week. 1, 2, 3. And now, 18 seconds left. Oh, Lutfi, my goodness gracious. Whew.
He even has the Vengeance. He could have held it back. Fnatic Onic in the base, trying to go for the siege in the bottom lane, but will not be able to do it, not with that wave at least. Evos dealing with it very, very well, and Fnatic Onic pull back.
They give away a shutdown though, with Kyrie going aggressive there. 5 seconds till he's up, and the Lord is already ready for the taking. And you see that Brandt went with the Rose Gold Meteor. He recognizes the threat of that magical damage. But that's the problem here. Will that alone be enough? It's not just Kyrie. You saw that in that base siege from Fnatic Onic. Sans was just hitting, free hitting, becoming a DPS character. Onic now jumping on the Lord right here. Evos don't seem to be in position to contest for anything.
0 diversion play value has been used by Clockun. A polar opposite on what he did against Pikachu Alpha.
And Liquid.
Yep. Now, what do you think is the difference in this game compared to the previous ones?
Well, now, it's just Onic snowballing way too hard for anyone. If they just clump up together, there's a wild charge threat, there is a enchanted, empowered side that can just follow up. And now look at Fluffy stuck behind a wall.
Jetson is welcome defensively, Dreams as well with the onward defensively, but the Primal Rat gets stolen away, and Fluffy gets eliminated in the back line. The pay zones them together. Spear of Alpha, but it only brings CW closer to them as Kyrie picks up a double, and they're gonna go march on towards the base. Kai, enhanced chain to find a triple kill.
Fnatic Onic, more like lunatic Onic. They're an absolute psychos of the game. 5-2-1. Grant's the only lone defender of the Tigers. Can he do it?
Flip the coin is what he needs to do. Maybe reset is what they need to do as well. That's a stolen Blazing Duet to dance on Evos' Game 1 graves.